Assalamu alaikum, Joban, we can start.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wa hlul 'uqdatam min lisani yafqahu qawli. Inshallah, as every Sunday, we're going to talk about story night. Basically, story from the Quran or from the Hadith, and that what lesson we can learn. And tonight, very interesting story. It's about Sulaiman alayhi salam and Hudhud or Hupi. As you know that Sulaiman alayhi salam, one day he made a dua. And this dua, you can read it in Surah Sod. Right? Surah Sod, that means Surah 38, Ayah 35. Very interesting dua. And he said, قال رب اغفر لي وهب لي ملكا لا ينبغي لأحد من بعدي إنك أنت الوهاب. He said, my Lord, forgive me and grant me a kingdom, never to be attained by anyone after me. Can you imagine a prophet as a power kingdom? He said, man, wow, how come? Why not concerned about akhirah? No, because Sulaiman, he believed it. The best way for him to serve Allah, to serve the deen, is through power. Why? Because he had a talent. He had experience. His father was king. He learned from him. Right? So therefore, if Sulaiman become a king, he will serve Allah better than the others. So therefore, the dua said, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, give me a kingdom. You never give people before me and after me. Right? So therefore, we have to be the same. You don't need to be all become ustad, become sheikh. You can serve this deen according to your talent. Everybody, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give talent. Some of you might be computer science, so you can make dawah through your talent. You are an engineer, you are a doctor. Yeah. And Hudhud is a special bird. The bird that his job, this kind of Hudhud, his job is when the Prophet Sulaiman traveling, he sent Hudhud first, right, to find up water. Because Hudhud, Allah give him special. He can detect any water on the desert. Right? He can point it, the water over there. Because Sulaiman, when he traveling, it's not only human being. He will travel with the animals, with the jinn, shaitan, everybody. Huge soldiers, and they need water. Yeah. So, but Sulaiman have certain characteristics. Inshallah, we'll talk about that. So, what the first lesson we can learn from Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam? The first one is the leadership of Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. Right? Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, he firm, disciplined, right? But also he's wise. So every Monday, all his soldiers, shaitan, jinn, human being, the animal, have to be in certain place. And then Sulaiman alayhi salam going to check one by one. Inspection, right? Like we used to in school before, right? We go, everybody comes to school and then the principal will check all the students. So, if you are a CEO, if you are boss in any big company, do you recognize all the people there? Or do you know the name of each one of them? No. The CEO will not know the one who work in cafeteria, in most of them, if he's chosen employees. But Sulaiman alayhi salam is good leader. He know even the name of all of them. Right? So therefore, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وتفقد الطير فقال ما لي لا أرى الهدهد أم كان من الغائبين. Then he inspected the birds, this group of birds, all kind of birds, and said, why do I not see the hudhud, the hoop? Subhanallah. He very humble. He then said, what's wrong with the bird? He said, me. Why do I not see the hudhud? Right? Am kana minal ghaibin, or is it among the absentees? Why hudhud not here? This is not good. He's supposed to give report now. Where's the water, for example? Right? So Sulaiman salam is firm, right? He's disciplined. So when one of his soldiers not there, he questioned. Right? Number two, we learn from Prophet Sulaiman salam what they call gradual sanction. So he's going to give warn for Hudhud. He said, لو أذبنه عذابا شديدا أو لأذبحنه أو ليأتيني بسلطان مبين. In the beginning, he saw as a king. I will punish him most severely, or I'm going to slaughter him. Right? And then he is a prophet, unless he give me a valid excuse. Dear brothers and sisters, if you are leaders, reward and punishment have play role, in controlling the employees or the people. Because if there is no sanction, no reward, everybody can do whatever they want, you are not successful. The company will not successful. Every company have certain rules, right? But Sulaiman alayhi salam, as a leader, he did not implement the punishment until he makes sure what's the excuse, what's the reason that Hudhud missed. So he said, unless he give me a valid excuse. No. So what happened after Sulaiman get mad, he made announcement to punish the bird king. I believe that his birds Hudhud, because the soldier's big man, he come from behind. Hey man, you are in trouble, man. Your boss is mad. Why you late? Right? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala described this so beautifully. He said, فَمَكَثَ غَيْرُ بَعِيدٍ فَقَالَ أَحَطْتُ بِمَا لَمْ تُحِطْ بِهِ وَجِئْتُكَ مِنْ سَبَإٍ بِنَبَإٍ يَقِينٍ. Allah. So Hudhud, he knew that his boss is angry at him. So therefore, he have to give very good presentation. Right? Have to cool him down first. So therefore, he said, I have learned something you didn't know. As a father get mad to his son. Come here, son. Why you late? Hey, dad, wait, dad. I have something that you don't know. Can you talk to the boss and say, hey, man, I have something you didn't know. You didn't know. Dad, I have something, please. It's very important for you to. But the father said, okay, what? That's to cool him down. That's how you present the report. Right? And then he said, I have come to you from Sabah. So Sulaiman never know about Sabah. What is Sabah? What's this? What's Sabah? Right? And then it's not only rumors or hope. Instead, binaba'in yakin, with the certain news. What I'm going to bring to you is no doubt. It is very important that when you talk, when you give reports, try to make the one who listen to you, they pay attention, because the way you give them is attract them. So therefore, the reason is said why the Quran sometimes start by the word Alif Lam Mim, Ha Mim, Nun, Qaf, is to let people pay attention, because the Arab never used that way. Somebody stood up now, and you was there talking. They say NCC. They say what? Everybody, right? So this is how Hudhud give his presentation, right? So the first he gave introduction, right? The introduction that I have news that you know. I came from Sabah, okay? And then he comes to the topic, the main topic, right? Inni wajadtum ra'atan tamlikuhum wa awtiyat min kulli shay' wa laha arshun azim. I found a woman ruling over them. So that means the Sabah was ruling by a woman. Yeah. And she was given everything. That means she's in control. Right? And she has magnificent throne. Subhanallah. Right? So basically the bird described about the government system, the governmental system, their economical abilities, social system, the status of women, the civilization, and their technological advances, also their faith, how deep it is in their hearts, right? And all this you can see in the next ayah. Yeah. So that's what I mentioned. The different the point that I mentioned before. This is what Hudhud said. Right? Inni wajadtum ra'atan tamlikuhum. I found her and her people. Yeah. So he said, I'm sorry, the translation from the beginning, not from the beginning. Inni wajadtum ra'atan. I found a woman. Tamlikuhum, who control everything. And Allah SWT give everything. And he have a throne. Then he said, wajadtuha wa qawmaha. I found her and her people worshipping the sun instead of God. Worshipping sun instead of God. وَزَيَّنَ لَهُمُ الشَّيْطَانُ, and Satan made their conduct appear good to them. Right? وَصَدَّهُمْ عَنِ السَّبِيلِ, and diverted them from the path, so they are not guided. Subhanallah. It's very important that the Hudhud, he is the animals, but he know what is wrong. You know what the Hudhud job? His job to looking for water. And suddenly he saw a palace. If you and me, my job is looking for water, and I don't care what they're doing. But Hudhud, he care. He care when he saw something wrong, we have to come forward. Worshipping the sun is not the right thing. This is shirk, right? Inshallah, in the end, we're going to tell you what's the result because of the caring of the bird. It can change the entire society of the country. Yeah. So that's how what you call bird Hudhud give presentation. And then he gave recommendations, subhanallah. Introduction, the main point, and then he give the recommendation. He said, Allah yasjudu lillahi alladhi yukhrijul khab'a في السماوات والأرض ويعلم ما تخفون وما تعلنون. If only they would worship God, who bring to light the mysteries. Khob'a means seed. So he talked about Allah greatness through the seed. Why seed? Because it's their food. For bird, the important thing in this life is the seed, the grass. Right? So therefore he mentioned that why they do not worship God who bring out the seed in the heaven and the earth. Right? Who knows what is concealed and what is revealed. And then he described more about Allah. Allahu la ilaha illa huwa rabbul arshil azim. God, there is not God but He, the Lord of the Arsh, sublime throne. Didn't Sulaiman he know that Allah SWT Rabbul Arsh Azim? Huh? Sulaiman know Allah is the greatest. But why Hudhud mentioned this here? Because Hudhud want to send a message to Sulaiman. Sulaiman, I know you get angry at me. You are the king, right, of man and jinn and animal, right? But remember that there is above you, Rabbul Arshil Azim. Right? So the bird reminds Sulaiman, okay, man, I know you are the king, but remember the king of kings. Yeah. So therefore Rasulullah said, in the world there is two examples of the king, two good king and two bad king. Who's two bad king? Fir'aun and Namrud. And who good king? Dzulkarnain and Sulaiman alayhi salam. Yeah. So here Sulaiman was amazed with the Hudhud because these soldiers, Sulaiman's soldiers, is very smart. He not only he do his job, but also he tried to do da'wah. He care about what going on around him. You know, when he saw something wrong, he come forward and he tried to fix it. He tried to correct it and he taught the boss. No, Sulaiman alayhi salam, as a good leader, he did not just accept the news that came from Hudhud. And it's very important for us as a leader, especially now. You know, people, many of us, even me something, you know, whatever we receive the news through WhatsApp, Instagram, we just forward to anybody. Sometimes I made mistake. No, we have to do tabayun, investigate, like in the Quran. Yeah, Allah SWT said, "Fatabayyanu," investigate, verify first before you send to everybody. Yeah. So therefore, here Sulaiman said, "Qala sananduru asadaqta am kunta minal kadhibin." He said, "We will see whatever you have spoken the truth, or whether you are liar." Hudhud, I accept your reports, but wait, I have to do tabayun. Right? Yeah. So what? And Sulaiman also, in order to do tabayun, he asked Hudhud itself to do the job. Right? So number 6, we learned that killing two birds with one stone. He said, "Idhab bi kitabi hadha fa'alqih ilayhim thumma tawalla anhum wanfandur madha yarji'un." Right? Go with this letter of mine. Hudhud, this is like this letter. Please bring this letter to her. And then he said, fa'alqih, and deliver to them. Then withdraw from them and see how they respond. So therefore, not only deliver the bird, delivered the letter, but Allah, Sulaiman asked Hudhud to write what is their reaction. Right? So here we learn said Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam, he made sure that Hudhud report was accurate, and then he made plan based on study and so information, and then sent Hudhud to Queen Saba. Right? So Hudhud also, his job on that time become a postman now. A long time ago, people send the letter through the bird. Yeah. So Hudhud, he said, imagine, right? Sulaiman was in the middle between Palestine and Yemen because he was traveling, right? And remember that on that time there's no GPS. How did Hudhud know the place? Right? And this is not easy. He didn't have speed like jet, right? So I don't know how many days, right? He was traveling, and he go around. He tried to find a place that he can throw that letter and receive by the queen. Before I continue, I have a very interesting story. Remember one of the miracle of Sulaiman alayhi salam, ulimna mantiqat tayr. He understand the language of the animal, especially the bird. Allah mentioned the bird specifically. He said one day, Sulaiman alayhi salam was sitting on his palace, on his chair. Around him there is a hole, so he can bring the air. Two birds, male and female, was there, and they was talking about love. And the male said to the female, honey, if you ask me everything, if you want me to bring you to the moon, I will bring you to the moon. To the star, I will bring you to the star. If you want me to bring the crown of Sulaiman, I will give it to you. And the bird forgot that Sulaiman understood their language. Sulaiman said, what did you say? Come here. He said, what did you say? You want to take my crown? He said, His Excellency, we were talking with the language of love. The language of love is now rule. You can say whatever you want. Sulaiman was smiling. Yeah, people crazy something. They talk about love. Yeah. And then, so the Quran didn't mention about then she received the letter and all. No. Suddenly, Quran just talk about what happened. So therefore, what happened? She received the letter, and he called all his elite, that means the general, the minister. They call Mala. قالت يا أيها الملأ إني ألقي إلي كتاب كريم. She said, O Al-Mala, O general minister, counselor. Right? He said, I received noble letter. Right? It was delivered to me. How did she know this noble letter? Because this is first time she received letter like this. Start by what? Innahu min Sulaiman wa innahu bismillahir rahmanir rahim. It is from Sulaiman. He didn't know Sulaiman. She never heard before. But from the letter, she know this is not as usual. Right? And from this also is a sunnah. When you send letter, start by Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Yeah. And then the letter is very short. Allah ta'alu alayya wa'tuni muslimin. Right? Threatening and order. Right? Do not defy me. Don't be arrogant and submissive. Now come to me in submission. Allah. Of course, you know the story, right? So the minister said, we are, don't worry, we have huge soldiers, and then let me test, this is the king or this is a prophet, you know. And then the queen, they sent lot of gold, silver, right? And you know that Sulaiman alayhi salam refused that, right? And then in the end, Sulaiman, she accept to come to Palestine to meet with Sulaiman. And you know, in the story that Sulaiman alayhi salam asked the jinn man to bring her falas before he come. Right? وَقَالَ إِفْرِيتٌ مِنَ الْجِنِّ. Ifrit is like the leader of the jinn, the smartest jinn, like Shaitan Iblis, right? Iblis is the leader, the professor, the high ranking. Ana atika qabla an taquma min maqamik. Said I can bring the palace before you finish your job. Ramana is too late. I need faster. وَقَالَ مَنْ إِنْدَهُ إِلْمٌ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ. One of Sulaiman advisor who have knowledge from the book is called karoma. You know, we have mu'jizah, sihir, and karoma. Karoma, Allah SWT give not to the prophet. To human being, Allah give knowledge that I can bring that palace with the blink of your eyes. And you know the rest of the story, right? And then she came to Sulaiman and she was surprised because she found her rooms, you know, her comb, her cosmetic, everything is there. Yeah. And then in the end, she realized this is not the king, this is the real prophets. So she said in the end, قالت ربي إني ظلمت نفسي وأسلمت مع سليمان لله رب العالمين. She said, my Lord, I have done wrong to myself. I worship the sun. I asked my people to worship the sun. This is wrong. And then he said, Inni aslamtu. I submitted, and I convert to Islam. He just said to Sulaiman, no, Ma'a Sulaiman. The same level, right? In aslamtu Ma'a Sulaiman, Lillahi Rabbul Alameen. Yeah. So the mission is successful. Dear brothers and sisters, one thing that I would like to mention to you, the most important in that lesson is Hudhud, right? Because of the effort of Hudhud, because Hudhud was scared when he saw something wrong and she tried to fix it. She's a bird, right? I know she cannot just talk to but he used the mean through Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. So because of Hudhud effort and he cared about da'wah, the Queen Saba and all whole people become Muslim. Right? We can be like Hudhud. But how to be like Hudhud? Always had to be careful. When you see something wrong, maybe among my family, my friends, my neighbors, don't ignore. Because Allah SWT sometimes show you that so you can come forward and you can change. Right? If you cannot, right, you cannot do that because we are very limited, you can use the tool, you can use somebody else who are in that area. Talk to them. Right? So therefore, if we did not do that, that means what? Hudhud better than us. Right? The reason Allah SWT tell us the story is for us to learn lesson. Right? So that's a few lessons we can learn from Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salam. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that we as a Muslim, we have a lot of responsibility and be this would become our role models. Always care about what's going on around us and always wish that everybody, to be guided and to be together. Don't be selfish. Don't want to go to Jannah alone. So therefore, why the Quran teaches us when make dua, Rabbi gfirli wali walidayya walil mu'minina wal mu'minat wal muslimina wal muslimat. Allah forgive me. And then what? Forgive my parents and also everybody. Even in salat. Assalamu alayna wa ala ibadika salihin. Not only me, and all this. Because we have to be together. Yeah. Would like to share with you the dua. Dua for protection from all type of evil. Right? You can read inshallah together. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min yawmis su wa min laylatis su wa min sa'atis su wa min sahibis su wa min jaris su fi daril muqamah. Let's three times inshallah. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min yawmis su wa min laylatis su wa min sa'atis su wa min sahibis su wa min jaris su fi daril muqamah. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min yawmis su wa min laylatis su wa min sa'atis su wa min sahibis su wa min jaris su fi daril maqamah. Su mean evil like sayyat. Oh Allah, I seek refuge from you from bad day, bad night, bad hours, bad companion, and bad neighbors in my place of residence. Right? Anything. Coronavirus is also included something that type of evil. Yeah. So inshallah, next khatira will be 8:30 because the time is changing always, right? Let me make dua inshallah. Alhamdulillah hamdan yafi ni'amuka fi mazid ya rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa azimi sultanik. Allahumma salli wa sallim ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in.